everyone, it's Gillian and welcome to today's video. So today's video is one of my absolute favorites and we are going to be adding too much ingredients to slime, and I decided to make today's video pastel themed just because I thought that would be so much fun and I haven't done that before. So the first thing we are going to be adding too much of is shaving foam, and I am so excited for this one, and I decided to make a massive batch. So I first started off with a huge container and I added a little bit of glue to start off with, and I tinted it a really pastel green, and then I completely changed my mind and decided to double the amount of glue because I was thinking, let's just go all out. I feel like making a giant slime and I was so excited to see how this one was going to turn out. So I have just added some glue and tinted it a really pretty pastel green. I also decided to scent it. This was totally unnecessary, but I'm really into scented slimes at the moment, so this was a really pretty watermelon scent. Now for the fun part, it was time to add as much shaving foam as this container could hold. So after adding 2 full cans of shaving foam, this is what I had, and it was so jiggly and it honestly just looked like a lot of whipped cream, and it was time to start mixing it together, and this was a bit of a workout and a bit of a process. I also decided to add a little bit more green food coloring because I had added so much shaving foam. It was so light that you couldn't even see the pretty pastel green. So now I'm mixing it all together, and I would love to know in the comments below, pause this video and let me know if you think this is going to activate into a slime. Next, it was time to start activating it, and I had no idea if there was going to be enough glue in this slime to actually activate, or if it was just going to be like trying to activate shaving foam. So I started mixing this, and this was actually a long process. It just was so difficult to do with a spoon that I just decided to go in with my hands. Yes, I did get in quite a big mess, but at the same time, it was so much fun. It was so light and fluffy. It was like touching a cloud. It's not like any texture of slime I've ever come across, and that's probably because the actual end texture is not like slime at all. It's not stretchy and it just rips all the time. It's very unique. It's kind of just like a big blob that rips but can also go back together, and it's jiggly and it's fluffy and it's kind of like a cloud. It's a lot of fun to play with, but also not a slime at the same time. But I am surprised that it did come together and form this really pretty pastel green blob. Next, I'm going to be adding way too many pastel sprinkles to clear slime. So of course I first needed some clear slime, so I just took this container that I had sitting around and I thought this would look so cool. It is quite a large batch of clear slime, but I didn't want to disrupt it or anything like that, so I just left it as is, and it was so crystal clear you could not even see it in the container. So the sprinkles that I decided to use is this really pretty unicorn mix from my favorite slime company, Kawaii Slime Company, and I just started adding it to the slime and mixing it together. And because it is so hot where I live at the moment, we are having a heat wave. Even though my slime was perfect, it is still so sticky, which made me sad, but it's okay, we got through it. It's just a heat wave. This is what it does to slime, and honestly, I'm used to it, so yeah, I'm just going to keep adding more and more pastel sprinkles until I feel like this slime can't hold anymore. So after I had added so many sprinkles and so many different types of pastel sprinkles, this was what I was left with. So as you can see, it's so colorful. I loved all the different sprinkles, and with the clear slime, you can see all of them in there, and that makes me so happy. I'm so excited to see if this slime is going to clear up and what it's going to look like. The pastel sprinkle to slime ratio is way off, so I'm interested to see what it will look like, but the actual texture of the slime was still really nice. It was a little bit gritty just with all those sprinkles, but it was great for bubble pops. It was nice and crunchy, and I had so much fun with this one. Up next, I'm going to be adding way too many foam jelly cube pieces. So I started off with some magic erasers that I found at the supermarket, and I just started carefully cutting these into little square pieces to be my jelly cube pieces. Now I know that this is an adding too much ingredients to slime video, but I first wanted to make a super cute jelly cube slime. So before I ruined it, I decided to make an adorable tri-colored jelly cube pastel slime. So here I'm going to make 3 different pastel jelly cube slimes, starting off with pink and then blue and then yellow, and then I'm going to put it all together to make the prettiest jelly cube slime I think I have ever seen. Once I have my 3 different pastel slimes, I just took a large container and placed them in the container, and then I left it to sit for a while just so that the colors would start to blend together and not have such a solid line. And this looked so cool after about an hour, and then I also decided it would look adorable if I topped it off with a little bit of pastel magic with some pretty sprinkles, and this was the finished slime. But like I said, this isn't adding too much ingredients video, so now it's time to ruin this and see how many jelly cubes we can add to this slime. So I'm just going to start mixing it together and then slowly add more and more jelly cube pieces. After adding as many jelly cube pieces as I felt like this slime could hold, I was left with a bit of a mess. It was really tough. It would just rip and it wasn't stretchy at all. The jelly cube pieces had basically soaked up all of my clear pastel slime, which made me sad, but I was so happy to see what would actually happen if I went over the top with the jelly cube pieces. But this is the finished result. It's really moldable. It's still really crunchy and great for bubble pops, but it's terrible for stretching, terrible for poking, and honestly just not that much fun to play with, and it turned into a mushy mess. I hope you all enjoyed today's adding too much ingredients video. If there are any other ingredients that you would like to see added to slime in an excessive amount, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!